Hello, my name is Nicholas Hamilton. My presentation is on why the Treaty of Versailles of World War I paved the way for World War II. In this, we will be looking at what all started World War I, all the way through to the signing of the treaty that ended World War I. The Treaty of Versailles was just an underhanded tactic to shift blame onto Germany and not let any of the Allies or friends of the Allies be blamed. It was also a way for them to destroy Germany as a powerful nation in Europe and to make them out to be the ones who started it. It all goes back to 1914, 5 years before the treaty, to the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand, the nephew of the Emperor of Austria-Hungary, his wife, an unborn child, by a nationalist Serbian man who was caught moments after he killed them trying to take his own life. Austria-Hungary then demands Serbia an ultimatum. However, Serbia did not uphold them all, even though they accepted the first 3 terms, which were on the lines of stamping out aggression against Austria-Hungary. Serbia denied the last, which was letting Austria-Hungary go into Serbia and help eliminate the terrorist group that are responsible. Austria-Hungary then declares war on Serbia with the backing of its ally, Germany, and with this declaration of war, it started a chain of events which were the defense alliances. Britain, France, Ireland, Russia as the Triple Entente, and Germany and Austria-Hungary as the Central Powers. However, with Serbia not as powerful as Austria-Hungary and as a huge supporter for the Balkans, Russia then starts mobilizing its armies to help Serbia out. Russia had seen this as an opportunity for them to start taking over the Balkans, which were Austria-Hungary's lands. During this time, Britain, France, Italy, and Germany come together to moderate the conflict in hopes of stopping a huge war between all of Europe. But Germany, being very cautious and afraid Russia wouldn't back down, gathered its military and didn't believe moderating would do much. Germany then demands Russia to stay out of the war, as it is between the two of them, and that whatever happens to Serbia, they invited it on themselves. Russia ignores the request, and so that day, Germany declares war on Russia, and France mobilizes its armies, so Germany declares war on France. Germany uses neutral Belgium as a gateway into France. As this happened, Britain was staying neutral as long as nobody uses neutral Belgium in the war. With what Germany did, Britain gave Germany an ultimatum to move its troops out of neutral Belgium or face war. Germany refuses, and so Britain joins the war. In 1917, 3 years in the war, Russia ends their part, as due during this time the Russian Revolution was happening. Because of this whole mess, the people believe the Tsar did this to them. Their disastrous involvement in the war and facing the overpowered industrialized Germany, the people had lost faith. However, earlier that year, America joined the war. After Germany sunk passenger vessels of the U.S. heading towards England, even though Germany had told the U.S. their declaration of the waters surrounding the British Isles a war zone, the U.S. did not care. If America really wanted to stay neutral, they would have listened as to not being involved with what the two sides do to each other. During the war, however, Germany had every right to attack those vessels. Germany actually wanted peace with America and gave back the captured people of the vessels, but warned the U.S. to stay away. By the fall of 1918, the Central Powers were falling apart on all their fronts, trying to deal with a new player with vast resources and manpower after years from when the war started. They couldn't hold up. Already exhausted, Germany needed advancement on the fronts to show they are still here. The last push of Germany at the Second Battle of the Marne was their last hope of any advancement. However, this battle hurt them greatly. They did not expect an additional 85,000 troops from the U.S., fresh and ready to go, to show up to fight. On November 4th of 1918, Austria-Hungary reaches an armistice due to their own nationalist movements, with Germany's main ally and only reason they joined the war gone, forced them to lead towards armistice on November 11th of that year, and to seek peace. Now, Months later, in 1919, at the Paris Peace Conference, was where the Treaty of Versailles was signed. However, Germany felt tricked and then forced into signing this treaty. As the Allies leaders say they wanted to build a post-war world, it was all lies. This treaty was just an attack on Germany. France, who openly wanted Germany completely dismembered, the others did not want, in case of Germany's hatred starting another war. Instead, the others lied and manipulated Germany into signing this new deal. The actual treaty did exactly what France wanted, taking away all of Germany's lands and stripping it from all of its colonies. Then to top it off, prohibiting them from ever having a standing army again. These are just a few of the articles in the whole treaty that of 15 parts and 440 articles that Germany had agreed on. The worst of it was Article 231, where Germany was forced to pay reparations and accept unconditional responsibility of itself and its allies for the losses and damages of the allies as a consequence of the war imposed upon them by the aggression of Germany and her allies. No matter what happened in World War II, which awful things did happen, in the end, it is not Germany's fault for starting World War II. It is the Allies for doing those heinous acts to Germany. There are much more evil things the Allies did in the treaty, and much more after Germany was forced to sign the treaty.